Hey team, I've just got access to Manus, which is the very first kind of AI system that is fully agentic. Now, unlike ChatGPT or Gemini that have the ability to kind of do a bit of web searching, do some deep thinking, and then providing a text or image back, what makes Manus really, really powerful is that it has its own virtual computer that it can run things on. This means it can browse the web, it can create, edit, and read files, and it can run its own bespoke Python or HTML or any kind of code that you'd like to run it on. Now, unfortunately, it is only invite access at the moment, but I've luckily put out a video of how you can get access, quick 2-minute video, really easy application process. So if you don't have access already, go follow that tutorial and then come back here. Sweet. Maybe it was well, or if you're waiting for it, still watch this video. One of the really cool use cases for Manus that I've played around with is actually automating regulation documents or dashboards or any of that kind of information. So this can be done at a really high level where you've got a different body that is disclosing what you need to put out there publicly from some data, or it could be even just for your direct boss where you've got a whole lot of data that you need to report information on. It can do that data analysis, do all the calculations, and format it really nicely, really, really quickly. So this example that I'll quickly take you through is regulation reporting for chocolate sales. So I've got regulation.pdf, which is just a PDF that I got AI to create for me as well, that just kind of outlines what this company needs to disclose on their website about their chocolate sales. And then as well, I've got a chocolate sales.csv, which is just a bunch of raw data of chocolate sales. And all I ask it is, given the provided regulation outlines, use the chocolate sales CSV to do our yearly regulation reporting disclosure. Simple as that. It will follow everything that is in here, match it to the CSV, and then hopefully output it all sweet. The really cool thing about Manus is you can actually see it live in a replay form. So I've already done this, but I can go here and there's a link and you can open it up and actually share what you use Manus for, and it will go through and break down the different steps that it uses. So as we can see here, it starts thinking. The very first step that Manus does is actually create a kind of checklist of tasks that it needs to do to make sure it stays on track. On the right hand side, you'll see basically what is Manus's computer, as it says at the top, and you'll see it flickering between editor to the command line to actual documents itself. And it'll go through, tick, 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 all of the different bullet points it's made for itself to complete the task. One of the really cool things here, if we go back to this, at the very end, after it completed all that, and it gave me this final chocolate sales disclosure, but it also prompted me if I wanted to use a website to display this information, which I did ask it to carry on to do for a demonstration. So as you can see, this took I think around 10 minutes, maybe a bit less than that, to come back. And then it's got this regulation disclosure document here with all the key information as per the regulation PDF, which is pretty cool. So this I thought was not bad, it's pretty cool, it was accurate, I checked back on the calculations, but the website really blew my mind. So we scroll all the way down here, it went and created a full website from scratch. I didn't have to enter any more prompts. All I asked it was to turn the creation into a website and deploy it permanently, so host it out so anyone can have a look at it, and it went away and did that for me. So then I can click onto this website here, which is this one here, which was closed, and it built this website, and this is publicly accessible currently. And you can go through and see the general information for the regulations, the sales metrics, and it breaks it down. I think chocolate types has the graph as well, breaks it down into nice visuals all on this website, more statistical breakdowns, and even some analysis here in kind of more human terms rather than just the straight numbers. And one of the really cool things as well that I didn't ask it to do, it did this all by itself, is it outlined the methodology, but it also outlined limitations, because inside of this regulation PDF that I had, it actually referenced some things. Let's have a look what it is. That you've got to have the full reporting period, and it needs to have like the grocery, retail, convenience stores, and all of these other information and the data to report on. But the data I provided it didn't actually have that information in there, so it realised that and wrote it down as a limitation, that we cannot actually meet those regulation requirements because the data I gave it is basically missing it. So it didn't make up the data, it didn't just ignore that we're missing parts of the regulation, it actually outlined all of that information, and it actually kind of addresses it and what you should do, which is kind of really the mind-blowing part about it, that I didn't ask it to do any of this and it did it all. And so again, one prompt, this cost I think about $6 USD if you were to pay for it, which is really cheap when you think about the amount of time and man hours that are typically going into reporting or disclosures, etc. So that was one of the use cases I want to share. I would like you guys to let me know your guys' thoughts and your use cases for this, and leave a like and subscribe because I just post a whole bunch of content around AI and the latest tools that are coming out. Cheers, have a good one.